The word fight invokes very negative feelings inside us, isn't it? Arguments, debates, ill feelings, enmity, curses, abuses, shouting, hitting each other, etc., etc., etc. And we all have had a fight sometime in our life, at least once. You must have felt not seeing that person's face ever again, right? But what if a fight results in everlasting great friendship? Let's read one such story today, which had a different end altogether. The Fight, from your book It So Happened, written by Ruskin Bond. This chapter, The Fight, written by Ruskin Bond, is a tale of two boys, Ranji and Suraj. At the beginning, when they met, they ended up with a fight, a big fight, just like two wildcats fighting with each other. When they got exhausted and tired, they decided to carry on with their fight the following day. But the following day was something else. What was the end of the story? Why were they fighting? And what happened at the end is what we are going to read today. Since this chapter is a very big one, I'm going to split it in two parts. So in today's session, I will read and explain part 1 of this chapter to you. After which, I'll give you a short summary and do the comprehension check related to this part. But before we begin the entire session, let's know something about Ruskin Bond in brief. Ruskin Bond was born on 19th May 1934 in Kasauli, India. Ruskin Bond is an Indian author and poet of British descent. He was awarded Sahitya Akademi Award in 1992, Padma Shri in 1999 and Padma Bhushan in 2014. His notable works are Our Trees Still Grow in Dehra, A Flight of Pigeons, The Blue Umbrella, and so on. At present, he is aged 86 years, living in Landore, Mussoorie. Ranji discovers a pool in the forest and plunges into it for a swim. Plunges means jumps. There's a serious trouble between him and someone else over who has a right to the pool. A fight ensues. Ensues means happens as a result. The first round ends in a draw. Ranji had been less than a month in Rajpur when he discovered the pool in the forest. It was the height of summer and his school had not yet opened. And having as yet made no friends in this semi-hill station, he wandered about a good deal. Wandered means walked aimlessly by himself into the hills and forests that stretched away interminably. Interminably means endlessly, on all sides of the town. It was hot, very hot at that time of the year, and Ranji walked about in his vest and shorts, his brown feet white with the chalky dust that flew up from the ground. The earth was parched. Parched means hot and dry. The grass brown, the trees listless. Listless means lacking energy or enthusiasm. Hardly stirring. Stirring means moving, waiting for a cool wind or a refreshing shower of rain. It had not even been a month since Ranji came to Rajpur and he had already discovered the pool that was there in the forest. Summer was at its peak and the schools were still closed. Ranji hadn't made any friends in the semi-hill station, so he used to roam around alone in the hills and the forests that extended interminably or endlessly on all sides of the town. It was extremely hot at that time of the year, which is why Ranji went out in his vest and shorts. And as he walked on the ground, his brown feet turned white with the chalky dust which flew from the ground. The earth had dried out with the heat, the grass had turned brown, and the trees were spiritless as they waited for that chilly wind, that cold wind, and a rain shower that would revive them. It was on such a day, a hot, tired day, that Ranji found the pool in the forest. The water had a gentle translucency, Translucency means clarity. And you could see the smooth round pebbles at the bottom of the pool. A small stream emerged from a cluster of rocks. Emerged means move out or away from something, and cluster is a group of similar things to feed the pool. During the monsoon, this stream would be a gushing torrent. Gushing torrent means a rushing stream of water. Cascading down from the hills. Cascading means coming down like a waterfall. But during the summer, it was barely a trickle. Trickle means a weak or thin flow of water. The rocks, however, held the water in the pool and it did not dry up like the pools in the plains. When Ranji saw the pool, he did not hesitate. Hesitate means delay to get into it. He had often gone swimming alone or with friends when he had lived with his parents in a thirsty town in the middle of Rajputana desert. So, on one such hot and tiring day when Ranji was roaming around, he discovered the pool in the forest. The water was so clear that one could see the bottom of the pool covered with small round pebbles. The pool got its water from a small stream that was coming from the cluster of rocks like a waterfall. Now, in the monsoon season, the same stream of water would become unstoppable. It would fall down from the hills like a waterfall. But during the summer season, it was just a thin flow of water. But despite this very less flow of water in the stream in the summer season, the rocks didn't let the pool dry up because it was holding the water in it. And upon seeing this pool, Ranji didn't think twice before getting into it. He knew how to swim, as he used to go swimming with his friends and sometimes even alone, where he had lived earlier with his parents. And it was a thirsty town. He calls this Rajputana desert a thirsty town because it rained very less there. There he had known only sticky, muddy pools where buffaloes wallowed. Wallowed means rolled about in mud and dirty water, and women washed clothes. He had never seen a pool like this, so clean and cold and inviting. He leapt into the water. Leapt means jumped. His limbs were supple. Supple means bending easily, free of any fat, and his dark body glistened. Glistened means shone in patches of sunlit water. The next day he came again to quench his body. Quench means cool his body in the cool waters of the forest pool. He was there for almost an hour, sliding in and out of the limpid green water. Limpid means transparent and clear. Or lying stretched out on the smooth yellow rocks in the shade of broad-leaved sal trees. A sal tree is a North Indian tree that gives hard and durable timber. It was while he lay thus that he noticed another boy standing a little distance away, staring at him in a rather hostile manner. Hostile means angry. The other boy was a little older than Ranji, taller, thick-set. Thick-set means solidly built, with a broad nose and thick red lips. Now back in his town, Ranji had only seen pools which were sticky and muddy. And there in those pools, buffaloes used to roll themselves in it and women used to wash clothes. So it was the first time that he had seen a pool so clean, cool and attractive. And so he quickly jumped into the water. He was loose-limbed, means he was very flexible and he did not have any extra fat on his body. And as he swam in the pool, his brown body glowed or shone in the water which was lit by the sunlight. So Ranji visited the pool again the next day to relax his body in its cool waters. And for almost an hour he moved smoothly in and out of the clear green water and stretched himself out on the yellow rocks that were there under the shade of sal trees. As he was relaxing on the rock, his attention was caught by a boy standing at some distance who was angrily looking at him. He seemed a little older than Ranji. He had quite a solid built body, and a wide nose with bulky or with thick red lips. He had only just noticed Ranji, and when Ranji did not say anything, the other called out, "What are you doing here, mister?" Ranji, who was prepared to be friendly, was taken aback. Taken aback means surprised at the hostility of the other's tone. Hostility means ill will or enmity. "I am swimming," he replied. "Why don't you join me?" "I always swim alone," said the other. "This is my pool. I did not invite you here." The stranger strode up to Ranji. Strode up means walked up, who still sat on the rock and planting his broad feet firmly on the sand, said, as though this would settle the matter once and for all, "Don't you know I am a warrior? I do not take replies from villagers like you." Now the stranger had seen Ranji only at that point of time, but when Ranji did not speak up, he asked Ranji what he was doing there. Ranji, on the other hand, was expecting to make a new friend, but he was quite surprised by the bitterness of the other boy. Ranji replied and told him that he was swimming. He further also asked the boy to join him, but the boy was very rude. He told him that he always swam alone in the pool and that it was his private pool. He told Ranji that he had come here uninvited. The boy marched towards Ranji, who was still resting on the rock, and upon reaching where Ranji sat, he thumped his broad feet on the ground. And in order to settle the matter for once and for all, he told Ranji that he was a warrior who didn't listen to villagers like him. "So you like to fight with villagers?" said Ranji. "Well, I am not a villager, I am a fighter. I am a warrior. I am a fighter." They had reached an impasse. Impasse means a dead end or a deadlock from which there is no way out. One had said he was a warrior, the other had proclaimed. Proclaimed means announced himself a fighter. There was little else that could be said. "You understand that I am a warrior?" said the stranger, feeling that perhaps this information had not penetrated Ranji's head. Penetrated means gone through into. "I have heard you say it 3 times," replied Ranji. "Then why are you not running away?" "I am waiting for you to run away." "I will have to beat you," said the stranger, assuming a violent attitude, showing Ranji the palm of his hand. "I'm waiting to see you do it," said Ranji. "You will see me do it," said the other boy. Now, upon seeing the unfriendly and rude behavior of the stranger, Ranji asked him whether he liked fighting with villagers instead. And then he clarified to the stranger that he was not a villager, but he was also a fighter. And then there was this conversation between stranger and Ranji, where stranger called himself a warrior and Ranji called himself a fighter. They both found themselves at a conclusion where they could not progress to friendship. And when, in an aggressive tone, the stranger showed his palm to Ranji and told him that he'll beat him, then Ranji also responded in the same manner. But none of them was scared of the other. And then this conversation started to progress towards fight. Ranji waited. The other boy made a strange hissing sound. They stared each other in the eye for almost a minute. Then the warrior slapped Ranji across the face with all the force he could muster. Muster means gather or collect. Ranji staggered. Staggered means felt weak or unsteady, feeling quite dizzy. There were thick red finger marks on his cheek. "There you are!" exclaimed his assailant. Assailant is a person who attacks or the attacker. "Will you be off now?" For answer, Ranji swung his arm up and pushed a hard bony fist into the other's face. And then they were at each other's throats, swaying on the rock. Swaying means moving from side to side, like in a fight. Tumbling onto the sand, rolling over and over, their legs and arms locked in a desperate, violent struggle. Gasping and cursing, clawing and slapping, they rolled into the shallows of the pool. Now, after their heated debate, the actual physical fight started. First, Ranji held back and he waited for the other boy to act. And then the stranger made that weird hissing sound of trying to scare Ranji. But both of them looked into each other's eyes for nearly a minute, and then the warrior started the fight by slapping Ranji on his face. Ranji became unsteady. He almost felt dizzy and started to fall. But as a result of the slap, there were thick red finger marks on Ranji's cheeks. The other boy asked Ranji if he would leave now, and as a reply, Ranji raised his arm up to punch him in the face with his strong, bony fist. And then the next moment, they both were in a ferocious, violent fight. They were swinging on the rock, they were falling on the sand, they were rolling over each other. Their arms and legs were locked against each other in that brutal wrestle. They were like wrestling. They were breathing heavily. They were cursing each other. They were scratching and slapping each other till they landed themselves into the pool. Even in the water, the fight continued as spluttering and covered with mud. Spluttering means speaking quickly or confusedly. They groped for each other's head and throat. Groped means tried to hold. But after 5 minutes of frenzied means violent, unscientific struggle, neither boy had emerged victorious. Their bodies heaving with exhaustion. Exhaustion means tiredness. They stood back from each other, making tremendous efforts to speak. Now, now do you realize I'm a warrior? Gasped the stranger. Do you know I'm a fighter? Said Ranji with difficulty. They gave a moment's consideration to each other's answers, and in that moment of silence, there was only their heavy breathing and the rapid beating of their hearts. Then, you will not leave the pool, said the warrior. I will not leave it, said Ranji. Then we shall have it continue the fight, said the other. All right, said Ranji. When Ranji and the stranger fell in the pool, still the fight didn't stop. They both ended up getting themselves covered in the mud. They held each other's head and throat, and after 5 minutes of violent and illogical wrestling, none of them won. They were breathing so heavily that they were completely exhausted and tired. So they took their heads off each other and made a lot of effort to speak. The stranger asked Ranji if he agreed that he was a warrior, and similarly, Ranji asked the stranger if he made it clear that he was a fighter. And after that, they took a moment's break and thought upon what both of them had been saying during that moment. The warrior asked if the fighter or Ranji would give up on the pool, but the fighter or Ranji said that he would not, since they both were very tired right now. So they agreed to meet at the same place and continue with their fight the next day. But neither boy moved, neither took the initiative. The warrior had an inspiration. We will continue the fight tomorrow, he said. If you dare to come here again tomorrow, we will continue this fight and I will not show you mercy as I have done today. Mercy means pity. I will come tomorrow, said Ranji. I will be ready for you. They turned from each other then and, going to the respective rocks, put on their clothes and left the forest by different routes. Now that they had agreed to continue their fight to the next day, the stranger further warned Ranji that if he dared to come to the pool again the next day, they would have a fight again and he will not show any leniency or any pity on him. And Ranji also replied that he would also see him the next day, all prepared to fight. So they turned away from each other and went to their rocks. They wore their clothes and they both went out to the forest into their respective directions. After this reading and explanation, let me now quickly summarize what happened in part 1. The story starts with the character Ranji, who has been in Rajpur even less than a month, who had just come in Rajpur from Rajputana deserts. That is the name of the place. Now it was summer season, peak of summers, very hot, and he was roaming around in the forest, just whiling away his time because he had no friends. And while roaming in the forest, he saw a pool which had cold water and which was very clean. Unlike his village pool where he used to go swimming, that pool used to be very dirty, where women wash their clothes and the buffaloes bathe in it. So when he saw this pool, he found this clean pool very inviting and tempting. And without any second thoughts, he quickly took off his vest and jumped into the pool. He was so satisfied that in that scorching heat, he could feel that cold water on his skin and completely enjoyed the swim that day. So he decided to come again the next day. The next day again, Ranji came to the same pool, but there was another visitor there. There was this stranger boy who was continuously staring at Ranji. It was as if he was angry at Ranji. Why? When Ranji asked him why he was like that, the other boy did not want to answer, and neither did he tell his name. So he called himself a warrior, and he told Ranji that that pool was his pool and nobody was allowed to swim in it. So Ranji should better leave from there and never come back. But Ranji was also very strong. He was also a fighter. And at no point of time, Ranji wanted to run away from there. He'll be defeated for life, which Ranji didn't want. And so there was a big fight between both of them. They rolled on the ground, they slapped each other, they had marks, they had injury marks on their body, they had bruises on their body. And then finally, when they were tired of beating each other, pushing each other, hitting each other, they stopped. And they decided to continue it the next day. The story from the next day is in part 2, which we will cover in session 2. So now, let me just give you a glimpse of comprehension check question answers and end this session here only. Be ready for my next session, which will cover part 2 of this story. Till then, take good care of yourself and be happy.